What do you think about Sweden so far?
I love it, brother. I love it.
Really?
I love it, yeah. I like it. It's cold, but it's so convenient for me. I got the hotel, the supermarket, I got the food place, I got the gym, I got the massage, there's a sauna in the hotel, you know, yeah, it's fun.
Welcome back to Frontkick.online. My name is Ashah Tafari and this is Kicking It with Ashah. Today we have a very special episode for you guys. We have one of my favorite fighters, number 8 ranked UFC middleweight contender, straight from Liverpool, Darren Till. How are you, man? Darren Till, how are you, man?
I'm okay.
Nice
How are you?
to have you here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
It's an honor to sit down with you.
Thank you very much.
You're definitely one of my personal favorites.
Thank you.
And it's great to have you here in Sweden.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
Yeah.
It's cold right now, though.
Yeah, you have your coat on.
Yeah, cold.
Before we even start this interview, I, as the editor-in-cheif of Frontkick.online, I need to apologize for you because we actually, you know what happened, we accidentally put out your number for a few minutes on the internet.
I did a FaceTime with Khamzat Chimaev before I was coming in. He was like, hey brother, are you coming over? And I was like, yeah. So then one night I was sitting there and I was with the kids, and next minute I just see my phone like go, like just light up, but I seen loads of numbers, like missed calls, WhatsApps, just everything, like group FaceTimes, group WhatsApp FaceTime. I thought, oh, what's happened here? Like, what's going on? And I seen like numbers from Canada, Romania, Sweden, Dubai, and I went, weird. So I put my phone down, and then like 2 minutes later, I was like on Twitter, and it said Frontline Kickin MMA, and I'm there with Khamzat. I'm like, yeah, brother, and I see my number, and I went, oh. So I called the guys. I said, you gave my number out. They're like, oh, Till, we're so sorry. I said, delete it right now. Yeah. But you know what? It was. I've had it before, so it's quite funny actually. You've seen all these guys FaceTime you, and I answered to some of the guys.
Oh yeah, you did.
And they were like, oh my God, it's Darren Till. And then
you made their day.
And then one night I was with Khamzat and I answered and I said Khamzat, and they were like, oh my God. So yeah, it was all right. It was cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I accept your apology.
Yeah. Great to get that out of the way.
Yeah.
How many calls did you get?
I got over 1,000 calls.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I got.
Still to this day?
Still to this day, they're calling the FaceTime.
You didn't change your number or anything?
No, you know when sometimes you just can't be bothered, and I have a lot of people who have my number, but I don't have their number, so I'm just like, I'll just leave it for a while. It's no problem. Yeah. It's no problem.
All right.
It's your fault. You owe me a beer after my next fight, okay?
Definitely, man. Okay. All right. So you're here in Sweden, and it's pretty cool. Like, you know, you and Khamzat is this new MMA duo that everyone is talking about. Everyone loves your personalities together. Yeah. There's been coming out some content. You have your Blockasset, shooting some content. We have a sweep, and you know, so this has created some buzz.
Yeah, basically, me and when Khamzat first had his first UFC fight, I thought, oh, who's this guy? Like, you know. Yeah. So I messaged him on Instagram and I was like, hey bro, you want to fight one day? And he was like, yeah, I'm going to smash you, brother. And I was like,
yeah,
okay.
You had that Instagram live.
Yeah, so we did an Instagram live as well, and he was like pulling a knife. I was like, this guy's like the Swedish Darren Till. He's crazy. Yeah. So I was like, but I liked him. I liked like his attitude. I watched a lot of his videos where he was working hard, and I was like, I really like this guy. So we stayed in touch. You know, I knew a few of the guys from Allstars. Then when I come back from Vegas after my fight, my last fight, I was feeling like a little bit down. You know, I was a little bit like, just feeling sorry for myself. And I spoke to some of the guys, and Khamzat was like, come and train, brother, you know, I'm going to get you back up, you know, motivated and stuff like that. And I was like, okay. So I spoke to my team back home, Team Carbon. They were okay with everything. And, you know, here I am. And you know what? I know me and Khamzat are together. I'm like, everyone's loving the duo, but it's such an honour to be training here at Allstars. And with Khamzat, he trains super hard. He's super dedicated and he knows what he wants to be. And I've had like a tough past year or two, the tough past 2 years. So I feel like this is what I've needed to like get me back up there, see him working like this for me to then do it the same. You know, like I'm using Khamzat now as a little bit of an inspiration for myself. You know what I mean? So it's good, man. Like I got here last week and straight away I was training hard. Khamzat was just like trying to smash me. I was like, oh my God, leave me alone. But yeah, it was cool. We had some rest this weekend. I'm just ready to work hard now and enjoy the process.
Yeah. And you jumped like straight into it, going hard from day one.
Yeah.
How is your body feeling right now?
Not good. I trained. Wednesday. So I trained on Thursday morning. I did the sparring and the grappling. I got smashed. I was so fucked. And then in the night I did the physical with Reza, and me and Khamzat, we trained as partners. So he was going crazy. So I was like. Like, I'm a man, I was like, I've got to keep up with Khamzat, so I've got to like, wah, wah. So then when I woke up in the morning, they were like, hey, one of the guys, Madadi, he's a good guy, he was like, Till, maybe you should, go rest, have some breakfast. I was like, no, I didn't come here for that. I came to the gym and they were doing grappling rounds, 15 rounds, 5 minutes. And Madadi was like, hey, Till, just, do one round, have a rest. I was like,
trying to look after
I'm going to do 15 rounds. Every guy was just like, tap, tap. I was like, oh, dying. And then I got through it. And then in the night, I done, me and Khamzat done some striking rounds. And then on Saturday morning, Reza was calling me. He was like, Till, we're going to the forest. I was like, no, brother, I'm broken. I'm staying in bed. And then one of the guys from Allstars, he gave me a massage. And, I feel good now. I feel ready for Monday. So I'm a little bit better.
Great to hear. So when you arrived here in Sweden and went to Allstars, what sort of expectations did you have? And is there anything that surprised you when you actually like had the training sessions and went through the
Yeah. What surprised me most was the way the team are. They were like, they've got a strong team here, and Khamzat impressed me by how hard he works. He's super fit. Like, he's super fit. He's in super peak physical condition. So that impressed me. As I told you, previously, that's a little bit of an inspiration for me. But the guys are all cool. The training's quite a lot like back home, like in Team Carbon. Like the guys, they train hard here, and there's a lot of guys my weight. So it's good to get the rounds in. The grappling, phenomenal, and. We're waiting for the coach, Andreas. He gets back tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to training with him as well. I've been staying in touch with my coach back home, letting him know how everything is. So, yeah, the only thing that's made me sad is the weather.
You've been there before, right?
Yeah, I fought in 2017 in Sweden. In what's the stadium called?
Avicii Arena. No, they changed the name, but it's Globe.
It was the Globe. Yeah, I fought Yasinayari, and it was super hot. It was lovely. All the guys were out and all the women were out. Don't tell my girlfriend.
The thing with Khamzat and you guys' dynamic, you can see that you enjoy hanging out together, not just train together. You push yourself in the gym, but you have fun also just these last few days. What would you like? How would you explain your relationship now when you met each other, and like, is it a case of real recognize real, like you were saying he's the Swedish Darren Till?
Yeah, I don't know, like we've gone out, like last night we went for some food, and we went to like a nice bar, and just we hung out for a bit. The night before he took me to like some sushi, and everyone's seen the video. We went and we gave the homeless some food, and that was cool. That was a cool time. He's very unpredictable with like stuff he'll say, like me. Like, I just feel like we get along, and I don't have an ego to be like, oh, I'm the big guy. I know, like, I'm a tough motherfucker. I love to fight. Like, if someone hits me, it makes me happy. And I can see that with Khamzat. So I don't have to be standing around Khamzat being like, oh, I'm tougher than you, or that doesn't bother me, that shit. Like, in the gym, I just want to work hard. If he beats me in the gym one day, it's no problem. If I beat him, it's no problem. Like, outside of it, like, he was calling me fat brother and that. Like, I don't care. That's all fun for me. I want to have a good time. I want to make new friends, and I want to work hard to be a champion. Like, I believe he's going to be a champion himself. He's a fucking phenomenal athlete. As I said, he's inspiring me right now because I've been a little bit down. But it's all cool. Like, all the guys, they like me. Everybody knows Darren Till's a little bit, crazy, and but these guys, they like it. Reza's a fucking super cool guy. I've known him now 6 years. Khamzat's a cool guy. Madadi, all the coaches, they all, you know, they're all just, they're really treating me well, and I feel like you know, I feel like I've been here for years, and it's only been a short time, and I'm so happy. I am really happy to be here, and you know, obviously I'm missing like my family back home, my kids and my daughter in Brazil, and you know, my coach and teammates and friends, but you know, this is like a big sacrifice for me to stay here, work hard with Khamzat, you know, help him for his fight. He's going to help me get back to the top, and that's all there is to it. There's no way. I haven't come over here with an ego like, oh, I'm going to smash Khamzat. You know, yeah, of course, I want to beat him up. Like, I know he wants to beat me up, but I want to just work hard, be humble. I want to learn. I want to, you know, I want to take everything in. You know, Khamzat was telling me the other day, like, he was showing me something. I was like, show me more, you know what I mean? I want to have no ego, and I want to become a better athlete and a better person.
Yeah, that's a great approach to and you can, I think you can see it from the, you know, clips of footage that have been leaked out. Reza was filming on his story when Khamzat was like, come on, fat boy.
Oh, every day she comes and I was like, hey, fat boy. I'm like, Khamzat, in 4 weeks I'm going to look like you.
And you're going to be here for like quite a while, right?
Yeah, I'm going to stay, you know, I'm going to stay a little while. I'm going to get some training, as I said. We have the team here, Blockasset, so that's a big help. They're helping me with all my stuff. They're doing a lot of filming for Khamzat and helping with Sweep and all his stuff, which is, you know, super great as well. Like Sweep's been doing all my photos for me now. So we're just creating a good bond, you know, hopefully after Tom Aspinall and Mike Grundy fight in UFC London, hopefully, you know, they might come out for a week with my coach and, you know, we can make that bond even stronger. It's just, it's right now, especially in the MMA world, it's a good time to be like around me and Khamzat. The vibe is, you've seen every media, every MMA outlet in the world, it's just like, Khamzat, Darren, it's just like, it's a frenzy, and it's for good reason, you know, we're both cool guys, we both understand, and people just want more. It's amazing, honestly. It's amazing to be a part of it.
I've read the comments and some people are saying throw in Mike Perry in the mix and then it's complete.
I seen that the UFC posted a photo and they were like, name the best duo in MMA, and every comment was just like Khamzat and Till, Khamzat and Till. No, nobody said anyone else. Like, I know DC and Habib had like their little friendship, but everybody right now is just like Darren Till, Khamzat, Darren Till, Khamzat. Like, for me, that's so humbling. Like, you know, the fans are great, and the people. Like, I went out in Sweden with Khamzat, and you know, everybody loves him, but everyone's like, "Hey, it's Darren!" Like, and we're getting photos with all these guys, and they can't believe we're together. It's a great experience. I hope it lasts for a long time.
Talk about Blockasset, and you know, it's a partnership you have with them.
My relationship with Blockasset is I'm one of the, you know, the co-founders of Blockasset. We started less than a year ago, and our main goal coming into this industry, you know, into a lot of industries really, but into the MMA industry, was just to like get as many athletes as we can get on board, do the best footage, the best coverage. You know, our content at the moment is really good. It's getting put out consistently. And you know, it's all great footage. We have the best guys around us. You know, we have, you know, loads of groups, and it's all getting organised. Like, you know, every time if we want to post a video of Khamzat and with Sweep, we ask permission. Like, Khamzat, can we do this? So you know, he's been great agreeing for that with us. But we basically started when the world was going mad for like NFTs, and so we wanted to basically get these athletes on board, do NFTs. You know, many other things. Like, if you go to the website and if you go to our Instagram page and Twitter, you'll see. Everything's there. It's all detailed. We brought our own coin out, the Blockasset. Obviously, I know the crypto world's been doing a little bit bad lately, but we're just trying to do good things inside the crypto world, the NFT world, the MMA world, and now we've got so many. Even like we had ESPN getting in touch the other day. They want to work with us, and you know, hopefully in the future the UFC want to work with us. Our main goal is we're looking to take over the game. You know, we're looking to take over, and now we're creating strong bonds out here in Sweden. You know, if anyone wants to look in, we done a Legends collection last year. It was on Times Square. We done it with Muhammad Ali, Mike Bisping, Alexander Ovechkin. It was phenomenal to be a part of. So if anyone else is interested in Blockasset, go to the Instagram there, the website, the details there. It's phenomenal, and you know, it's so good that they're out here with me, helping me with my work, and it's good to be it's good to have another little business to, you know, put a little bit of energy into.
For sure. And Block Access is the name of the YouTube channel,
Yeah,
right?
Block Access, yeah. So, you know, we're trying to get all the access features, you know,
Yeah.
we're trying to get everything, you know. That's got great content. If anyone wants to see extra footage, go there. Yeah, it's doing good things. I hope in the future it's going to be as big as I'm saying it's going to be. So, you know, all praise.
Yeah.
Inshallah. Alhamdulillah. Thank you, God.
You mentioned that you were out the other day helping out with the homeless folks here in Stockholm. Reza has been doing this for quite a few years now. Khamzat has been joining them several times too. I heard you say, like, it seemed like you were a little bit shocked when you saw how many people were there.
Yeah, I mean,
what's your impressions of
so
that?
back home in Liverpool, we have homeless people and that, but they're just sort of scattered around the city. Like here, they all go to one certain place, which is obviously in the central station, and there was just so many. I met one of the girls from the gym, Vanessa. She's like a Muay Thai fighter. She was telling me that here and their mother, you know, they do it with Khamzat and Reza. And I didn't even know they did that. Which for me makes it better, because Khamzat and Reza aren't the guys who are going out there and going, everybody look at me, we're helping the homeless. When people do that, I hate it. I hate that side of things. No, Khamzat he had his coat on with Reza. They were just giving food out. The girl Vanessa, she was helping me, and we went in there, and there was over 100 homeless people. But some of these people, you know, they were telling me that they're okay. They just sometimes are struggling with mental health and stuff like that. And I was so shocked. Like I had a big basket of like pastries, and they were like, "Oh, we want this one." Khamzat was giving the pastas out. Reza was giving the coffee out, and it was just, I've never seen anything like it. And then one guy said to me, he was like, "You know, hey Till, how do you feel?" And I was like, how do you want me to feel? Do you want me to feel good about myself because I'm helping the homeless? It doesn't work like that. You forget about yourself, forget about your ego. Feel good about yourself because you're making someone else feel happy. It's about how they feel, not about how you feel. Fuck how you feel. Your ego doesn't matter. You know, somebody there can't even afford to get a pasta. You know what I mean? So it's all about them. It's all about how they feel. I don't give a fuck how I feel in that situation. So it was very humbling to see.
Yeah, we put out a clip of it, and just for context, like, as I said, Reza has been doing this for like a few years. I think the organization was founded in 2018, but they started doing this kind of thing earlier. And to begin with, they were against, you know, filming it and asking for donations and stuff. I asked Reza in one interview a few years ago, and he was like, if you want to help us, like you yourself be part of the team, you're welcome. But you know, sending money or stuff like that, they weren't interested in it. But then they, you know, decided that, okay, we can use the attention to help more people.
Yeah, and that's another thing. When I was speaking to Reza and Khamzat, Reza told me, he said this is a non-profitable organisation. Sweep actually told me this as well. He was like, they don't make any money. They get all the donations in from all the restaurants, like one restaurant one night, one the other night, and they get the food. And that for me, like every charity over the world, there's something at the back, you know, someone getting some money. But this, Reza turns up, he's got his bag, Khamzat has the milk and the pastas, I got the pastries, and it's honestly, from the bottom of my heart, no matter what happens, it's so good. And the more awareness that gets brought to it, the better. So I understand about the filming and, you know, just making people aware of that shit. Like I was not aware.
Right. Moving on to your fighting career, you fought Derek Brunson in your last fight, Rob before that. Now you are on the losing skid, but you're still in the top 10. How do you reflect back on your most recent performance?
My last loss for me was tough. You know, I got beat by Derek. You know, he won fair and square. You know, I had a few problems around camping, you know, before and after the fight and stuff. But it's tough, man. But as I say, a lot of guys and a lot of people can probably just go away from a loss like that and feel down about themselves and be like, oh, you know, I'll maybe fight here, do this, get money. For me, the most thinking I've had to do is, what do I need to do now to get to that next step, that next level? Now, my team back home, my coach, they are phenomenal. My coach is one of the best in the world. But when I look at a guy like Khamzat, like I was looking at like all fighters around the world, and I was just looking at Khamzat, and something like brought me to want to train with him. I was just like, I need to train with that guy, and this guy's gonna like give me that extra little bit of, you know, like energy inside me. And it's very hard to explain, but now I'm not even thinking about fighting. I'm just thinking about being healthy, committed, and just mentally healthy as well. Like, I don't want to rush into fights. I don't want to like take a fight last minute. I just want to stay here, get fit, get healthy, get stronger, get hungrier than ever, and, you know, hopefully come back and do what I want to achieve. You know, I want to be a champion. You know, all the money in the world can't convince me otherwise. Like, you could say now, Till, forget about fighting, we'll give you 100 million. I would respectfully decline. Like, I want to be a world champion, and that's why I'm here.
And you always said, like, I will be the greatest, you know.
I will be the greatest. That was a bad Scouse impression.
It was?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to have to work on that off camera.
All right. But, I mean, it's been... you've been saying that all along, and you've always had that confidence in you, and you went undefeated for a long time, obviously.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you... Obviously, when you move up to the top of the top in MMA, you know, there is... small margins and anything can happen. Now when you had a couple of losses, has that made you stronger, do you think, like going forward?
Yeah, I don't know the correct like terminology or interpretation to say what, you know, what a loss makes you like. I just know that since my loss, you know, I spent a lot of time in Vegas out at the UFC center. They looked after me, like, you know, with some injuries. But I've had a lot of time to think of what I want to do, and I'm sat here right now with you, and I'm sat here in Sweden because it's that next step, that next level, and for me, I feel like this is the place right now I want to be, where it's going to take me there. And Khamzat, something brought me closer to him. As I said, I've trained with him now, and when you see it from the outside, like, a lot of guys are messaging me, and they're like, you know, is Khamzat, what's he like? Is he this? Is that? And it's when you see it from the outside, it's easy to like say, oh well, he does this. But when you actually train with him and see his mentality, it brings me back to, like, I used to say, I used to walk around like I'm invisible, invincible. Nobody can touch me. I am the greatest. I'm the strongest, the greatest. And then you have a loss, and you think, is it true? So you need like that, something like me being here now to go, hang on a minute, I am the fucking greatest. So
Khamzat has like reminded you about that.
He's reminded me about me.
Yeah.
That's exactly correct. He's reminded me about me.
That's beautiful.
He's a monster.
Yeah.
So we're both monsters now. We're together.
Yeah.
We're together now.
It all goes full circle.
Yeah, full circle. Yeah, that's true. That's correct.
All right. But you know, you're saying here you're not thinking about fighting, and you're working on yourself. But you have UFC London soon. That they're going to Europe for the first time since the pandemic.
Yeah.
Is there some part of you that is, you know, feeling a little bit of regret not fighting there?
Of
because
course.
It was offered, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they wanted me to be the main event. Obviously, I am the main event. I've done like 8-9 main events now, but sometimes, as I say, even, for example, coming to a place like this, you have to take your ego out of the whole situation. You have to forget that you're Darren Till and you think you're this big, strong guy and you're this guy and whatever. You have to, same thing with UFC London, forget about being the guy in the main event and, oh my God, it's Darren Till, all the fans cheering, because if I lost again, nobody's going to turn up at my front door and pay my bills. So I have to be selfish. It's all about me. And right now, I don't feel like I'm in the right frame of mind. Obviously, if Dana rang me now and said, fight Francis Ngannou, 100 million, I'd say, of course, give me the fight tomorrow, no problem. But it's not about that, as I said to you. It's about now me working on myself and having no ego at all and getting better, getting stronger, getting hungrier, being the hungry gorilla with the hungry wolf. That's the mentality. And as I say, that is why I'm here. I'm not here to fuck about and do anything else. I'm here to work, and If I get beat 20 million times and I win one time, I'm happy about that. That's what I'm here for. So as I keep saying to you, you have to take your ego out of the situation and just think, work humble, you know, dedicated, work on yourself, you know, get stronger, get fitter, be hungry, wake up every day and say, I'm going to eat everything today, you know what I mean? That's the mentality right now.
Yeah. And talking about, you know, removing your ego and I guess also being open to, you know, showing yourself vulnerable. And, you know, your last win against Kelvin Gastelum, I loved that post-fight interview you had with Adam Catterall.
A lot of people too.
Yeah, that's beautiful stuff, because you won't hear fighters talk like that. But you're the, you know, you don't give a fuck.
No, any people can interpret it how they want. Like I remember when I did that interview and Marvin Vettori was like giving me shit about it. And you know, in my opinion, I've seen Marvin fight now, and I actually think he's a really good fighter. He works hard. He's got a goal. He's hungry, but he has got this, you know, macho thing, and we're all macho. Listen, I've been fighting now for 15, 16 years. There's not one guy who I've ever sparred with or fought who I think, wow, like, oh, this, that, the other. I'm scared. I'm not scared of any man. Sometimes a lot of fighters say this, I'm prepared to die. If you know, I am prepared to go the whole way with fighting. I fucking love fighting. I love everything about it. You know, it drives me. You know, and I want it to drive me more now. Maybe I've lost the love in the past few months, but you know, I don't have to come around Sweden and act tough to every guy. You know, sometimes I see guys in the street, or if a guy knows me, you know, and they like to act tough. What are you acting tough for? Why? It's insecurities. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I'm around Khamzat, me and him around each other. When we're not in the gym, who gives a fuck? We know we're both tough. That's why we're out last night. We're always fighting with each other. Like, we're grappling. He's taking me down and punching me in the belly. Like, there's just no ego. And it's for me, the Gastelum interview was exactly that. I'm fighting a killer. I'm scared to fight. I've come off a loss. I'm scared to get in there with this man. All these feelings were running around in me. So why wouldn't I be honest about that? But I still got in there and beat him. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like when he threw the first punch, he didn't punch me and I went, oh, he punched me and I thought, fucking do it again then. Come on, let's go, let's fight. You know, and even the other day, I was sparring with Khamzat and he was taking me down and punching me. And I was going, hit me again. Like, I fucking love getting hit, so what? Not too hard though, Khamzat, you hurt my eye.
Just recently, there was a title fight in the Middleweight Division. You had the Izzy against Robert Whittaker. Did you watch that fight? I
watched it.
Yeah.
I thought it was an okay fight. Izzy won. It was a very close fight. It was sort of like my fight with Whittaker as well. Like that was a close fight. I think sometimes when you watch the fight, you can say Whittaker won, and then sometimes you can say Adesanya won. But Adesanya won. But it just gave me a little bit of extra motivation and inspiration to know that, you know, I am still one of these top guys. You know, my fight with Whittaker. I know I can beat these guys, but as I say, I just need that extra step, extra level. You know, it was a good fight, and that's it really. I don't really have a big opinion on it. You know, Adesanya won fair and square.
That's why I brought it up. Like, I guess when you have gone through a couple of months, maybe doubting yourself a little bit, and then you see Robert, you know, doing that kind of turnaround in a rematch, and you know, even though he lost, it was a really close fight. And it was the same when you fought him. I mean, I picked you as a winner in that fight. I scored it for you rather. Yeah. So that goes to show that you are, you know, one of the top guys.
Yeah, and it's you know, it's no problem. Okay, I've had a few losses, and then Whittaker's just lost it. The division right now, the middleweight division's wide open. Like, there's a lot of guys there, you know, who I know I can beat, and I just need to keep working hard and focusing on a goal and achieving that goal. And I know what it is. You know, sometimes I don't have to say it out loud, but you know, as I say, still being here in Sweden, I'm motivated. I really am motivated. Like, I can't wait for the gym tomorrow. I can't wait.
Great to hear. What did you make of Adesanya's comments afterwards? I think he mentioned you, and he's still holding you in very high regard. He wants that fight.
He always mentions me, but I think it's because he knows, like, without disrespecting any other guy in the middleweight division, he knows my striking is elite.
Yeah.
And he just knows it'd be a striker masterclass. Who's the better striker? I think he really wants to challenge himself against me and see if he is a better striker. Right now, he probably is. He's having more fights. He's having more success. But, you know, if I get back to the real Darren Till and use my, you know, what I know I can beat him. So if I didn't think I could beat him, I wouldn't say it. I wouldn't lie to myself and lie to the public. You know, obviously everyone's going to have their own opinions, but that's just mine. And, you know, I'm glad that he still wants to fight me. I still believe one day it's going to happen, 100%.
There's been also some talks about Khamzat and, you know, comparing him to Adesanya. I think it was Henry Cejudo who was,
seen it, yeah.
He was like pretty adamant about Khamzat will, you know, beat Adesanya.
If Khamzat gets a hold of Adesanya, Adesanya's going to have a really tough night. He's fucking super strong, man. And as I told you, the most impressive thing is his physical condition. He does not get tired. So can you imagine having a guy like that for 5 rounds? That's very tough. That's very tough. But first, Khamzat's got to, you know, he's got to win the welterweight strap. I believe he can achieve that. He's got, you know, he has got some tough competition. I know I've trained with Leon. Leon's a super tough guy. He's very technical. Usman, I know Colby and some of these guys. I think it's the same as the middleweight division. It's an open wide division, you know what I mean? All the guys are so good. They're so good. But one thing that impressed me about Khamzat is his physical condition. When he grabs hold of you, he just doesn't stop. He's like a gorilla, but I'm the gorilla. He's the wolf.
You've been training with Alex as well, the Mauler. It's the the legend over here.
Yeah, I know.
What's your impressions of him? Because he's been gone from the spotlight at least for the last year or so. But now he's scheduled for his UFC return.
He's not only a legend over here, he's a legend around the world.
Oh, definitely. He's a Hall of Famer now as well.
My top 3 fights in the UFC, his one with Jones for me is just, I never seen anything like that in my life. It's just a super fight, and a lot of people think Alex won, and he became an overnight sensation, an overnight superstar. He welcomed me in the gym, and I seen him say to Khamzat, "I'm gonna warm Till up for you. Like I want to get him warm," and he smashed me a little bit. But yeah, it's good just to be around greatness like that. Like I hold Alex in high regard, as I do all the guys. So, you know, and he's a very humble guy. He's very quiet. Like he comes in, he's quiet. He's not like loud. Like I know some guys are loud, but it's nice to see his sort of attitude. He's just quiet. One of the guys was telling me he lives out in the forest, and you know he goes hunting. That's just amazing. So yeah, he's a good guy.
Ben Rothwell now at heavyweight. What do you think about that fight?
I think if he trains hard and he uses his boxing and then uppercuts like he did on Glover Teixeira, I think it's a win in the bag. Yeah, you know, he's got to work hard.
And it comes at everything points to April 9th, Gilbert Burns.
He was telling me, I think it's a great fight. You know, Khamzat was speaking to me. He's like, I'm going to smash this guy in the first round. I was like, okay, let's go. It's a good fight. You know, I like Gilbert Burns. I think he's a good fighter. But even like Khamzat's confidence, it's fairly supreme. Yeah. So like, I can't wait. I said to the guys here at Allstars, I said, I'm going to fly out for that fight. I'm not going to miss it. I want to be there to see the work get done. So yeah, looking forward to that fight, and obviously when I return as well. Once
you made that step and you know fought the Wonder Boys of the world and Woodley, you know there's no turning back, and you've been fighting upwards. You've been fighting like Rob, Derek. Are you looking to maybe take a step back, or
I think sometimes you have to start again and go back to like instead of these main events to like co-main event or like a 3-round fight just to get comfortable again. And there's no easy competition in the UFC, but maybe take a little step down and work my way back up. There's no problem in doing that and being humble, as I said to you, and in doing that. So I don't mind taking that, coming on an undercard of a big fight, a big pay-per-view in America, or even in Europe if they come to Sweden or somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, so the opportunities are endless. Yeah, UFC Sweden would be great. They used to come here every year. Now UFC Sweden, Khamzat could be the main event.
Definitely.
Gus could be the co-main, and I would just have a nice little 3-round fight to come back. The crowds would go wild. I think that would be a big thing in Sweden.
Yeah.
Then I would be a big famous celebrity.
Yeah, and I keep saying that they should come here and also do one of these Dana White looking for a fight, because you've been training with a lot of guys also from that we call the Wolf Pack.
Yeah.
They're the up-and-comers that look up to Khamzat, and some of them are also from Chechnya. And we have the promotion at FCR.
Yeah, FCR.
Are you going there next?
Yeah, they asked me to go, so I think I'm going, But I agree. I think Dana, he should start like going to Sweden, to Denmark, Germany, Russia, England, Ireland, like, because there's a lot of hidden talent. Like, I know we have one guy back home, same as these guys. He's just a hungry killer. You know, you've got these guys in the gym here. They're all over, you know, millions of guys in Russia. So I think he needs to start coming out now and, as you say, come to Sweden and these places to see all this hidden talent. Because even in the gym the other day, all these guys who I didn't even know, they're just like, they're tapping me and they're like, and I'm like, who the fuck are these guys? Yeah. I'm the best. So I think he should start. That's a great idea.
Yeah. And some of the really tough guys are like actually amateurs. I mean, even turned pro.
They're so tough, and I'm like, oh my god, shit.
Yeah, you're gonna see Josephine Knutsson as well when she comes back now.
Yeah, everybody's been talking, saying she's a really good fighter.
She's amazing. Wow. So hopefully we'll see you in Västerås next weekend then, and you'll get to check out the local talent even more. It's a great promotion, so we're looking forward to that. And great to have you here.
Thank you.
Thanks for sitting down with us.
Yeah,
amazing to talk to you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, brother.
Yep.